Now, let's compute the amount of the profit of the company for the year ended March 31, 2020. Ayan. So, dahil nga mas malaki si credit kesa sa debit, it indicates that the company earns profit for the year ended. Okay? So, again, so let's get the difference. And the difference of the two will be added to the balance of the debit portion of the income statement column. So let's get the difference. Okay. That's 6,826,000 minus 6,413,000. That gives you 413,000. Meaning the 413,000 is the amount of the profit for the year. Okay? So let's add it sa iyong debit balance. 614,000 plus 413,000. Ayan. That gives you 6,826,000. And the balance of the credit, bring down mo lang. Ayan. So, equal na silang dalawa. Ayan. So, let's continue, no? For step 5. Okay. If it is a profit, then the amount will be added to the credit column of the balance sheet. And if the amount is loss, then this will be deducted to the credit column of the balance sheet. So since profitable si business or the amount computed indicates profit, then ito yung i-follow natin. Okay? The amount will be added to the credit column of the balance sheet. Let's perform. Ayan. So the 413,000 difference indicating profit accordingly will be added to the credit column of the balance sheet. Ayan. So let's add. Okay. Let's add. So dapat yung sum ng itong dalawang to should equate with the balance of the debit portion of the balance sheet column. So again, dapat yung sum dito should be 5,190,000. The debit balance of your balance sheet. So, let's get the sum. Ayan. So, as you can see, equal si debit at saka si credit ng iyong balance sheet column. Ayan. So, trivia lang, pag yung difference nila is nakahiwalay, in this case, dito sa income statement mo, naka-debit siya, tapos sa balance sheet mo, naka-credit siya, meaning nakahiwalay sila. Accordingly, it indicates profit. Pero, pag yung difference nila, inilagay natin dito at inilagay natin dito, meaning, pag magkatabi yung difference nila, meaning, it indicates loss. Ayan. Now, after step 5, in preparing worksheet, tapos na si preparation ng worksheet mo. So, this is how your worksheet or your finished worksheet looks like. Ayan. Ito. Okay? So, since tapos na tayo mag-create ng worksheet, we can now create the financial statement. So, again, because of worksheet, mas madali na ngayon yung gagawa natin ng income statement at saka balance sheet. Okay? So, kasi, itong balance na ito, sa portion na ito, ayan, okay, ito na yung gagamitin natin in creating our financial statement. Okay? Again, because this is from our adjusted trial balance. Pag dating dito, sineparate lang natin yung mga accounts. Okay? So, nilagay natin yung mga accounts na pang balance sheet at yung mga accounts na pang income statement sa appropriate columns niya. Again, ito na yung basihan natin in preparing our financial statement. Okay. So here are our financial statements. Una, statement of performance or income statement. So this could be presented in a single statement of comprehensive income or two statements, the income statement and the statement of comprehensive income. So income statement displaying the components of income and expense, the profit or loss of the period. The second statement will present the components of other comprehensive income for the period. The conceptual framework does not specify which of the two should be followed accordingly by the firm. So here is our example. Here is our income statement of Emiliano Benciorate Serving Firm. So for March 31, 2020. So based sa ating nagawang worksheet, okay, transfer lang natin, okay, sa into the financial statement na talaga. Ayan. So starting off with income statement, okay, from revenues, that's survey revenues. Ayan. So dito, okay, hanapin natin si survey revenue. Ito, okay, credit siya. That's 6,826,000. Okay, ito. Next is our expenses. Ayan. Salaries, rent, insurance, utilities, miscellaneous, advertising, engineering supplies used, depreciation, and interest expense. Okay? So, lahat ng to, yung mga expenses na ito, comes from your worksheet. Ito, yung mga expenses na ito. Okay? The total expenses is 6,413,000. Ayan. So you deduct that 6,826 minus 6,413. That gives you a net profit of 413,000. So, yan yung net profit natin na 413,000. Ito rin yung nag-reflect na difference ng debit at saka credit column ng ating income statement at ng ating balance sheet. Ayan. So we're done with income statement. Next is statement of changes in equity. So this presents the changes of the enterprise equity between two balance sheet dates and reflects the increase and decrease in the net assets of the period. So, ito yung statement natin with regards to our equity or to the equity of Emiliano Benciorati Surveying Firm. So in this case, si Emiliano Benciorati is a sole proprietor, is the proprietor, okay, of the sole proprietorship business, which is the surveying firm. Statement of change in equity for March 31, 2020. Now, saan kinuha si Benciorati Capital Beginning, which is 2,815,000? Okay? So, kinuha natin siya sa ating unadjusted trial balance. So, yung unadjusted trial balance ng Benciorati Capital is 2,815,000. So, ito rin yung tinransfer natin dito sa ating worksheet na unadjusted balance ng Benciorati Capital. Ito, that's 2,815,000. So, sa ating sa ating statement of changes in equity, ito yung beginning balance natin. Of course, you add additional investment. Since walang additional investment, kaya zero. I-add mo, of course, si net profit. Kasi saan ba naman pupunta yung net profit sa income statement natin? Of course, sa ating equity. In this case, i-add natin sa capital ni Bensurati, 413,000. Less withdrawal. So, meron ba tayong withdrawal? Yes, 900,000. Tingnan natin sa worksheet to confirm kung meron nga bang withdrawal. Ayan. Balance sheet. Ito, withdrawal. Okay? 900,000 pesos. Ayan. Less net loss, since wala tayong net loss, kasi nga may net profit tayo, hindi pwede that at the same time, we have net loss and we incur net loss and meron din tayong net profit. It is not possible. Ayan. So, zero lang tayo dito. So, after that, no, makukuha na natin si ending balance ng Bensurati Capital, which is 2,328,000. Ayan. So, next is the statement of financial position or balance sheet. So, again, a balance sheet no presents the information that are necessary to evaluate and analyze the company's liquidity, okay, solvency, and financial flexibility. Ayan. So, when you say liquidity daw, it is the availability of cash no, in the near future of the company after taking into account the financial commitment over this period. So, it talks about no, basically the ability of the firm to pay its maturing obligations. Okay? Solvency naman is the availability of cash over a longer period to meet the financial commitments as they fall due. So when you say liquidity, ito yung ability ng firm in paying its commitments or obligations no, in a short period or short period obligations. Yung mga kaya ba niya bayaran yung mga obligations niya na nagmamature na short period. Yung mga short-term liabilities niya or current liabilities niya. When you say solvency naman, this is more of the ability no, of the firm in paying its long-term or non-current liabilities. Ayan. So, here is the balance sheet of Emiliano Bensurati Surveying Firm no? Or statement of financial position or balance sheet as of March 31, 2020. Ayan. So again, itong mga accounts and amounts na nag-reflect dito from ating worksheet din. Ayan. So of course, you have asset, total current asset, you have cash, accounts receivable, prepaid advertising and engineering supplies. Lahat ng amounts niya, galing yan sa ating, makikita yan sa ating worksheet. Okay, eto. The cash, yan, accounts receivable, prepaid advertising, engineering supplies and survey equipment. Ayan, that's the exact amount na nasa ating worksheet. Okay. So yung ating non-current assets naman or total non-current assets is of course it's the surveying or survey equipment which is the 2,050,000 na cost less the accumulated depreciation na 750. So ito yon. Less 750. Kaya may net tayo na 1.3 million na survey equipment. For the liability section, you have current and non-current. Okay. For the current, that's accounts payable and earned survey revenue, accrued interest expense, and accrued salaries expense. So, hanapin natin si liabilities. Ito. Okay, ito si accounts payable, unearned notes, and the accrued or accruals, accrued salaries, and accrued interest expense. Ayan. Same amount, na nasa ating worksheet, yung matatransfer sa ating balance sheet. For the non-current liabilities natin, it is the notes payable, 650,000. Ayan. Now, for the owner's equity naman, the Bensurati capital na amount na magre-reflect sa ating balance sheet would be the amount from the above statement, which is the statement of changes in equity. Okay? So, the ending balance of Bensurati capital na 2,328,000. Ito yung amount na magre-reflect sa ating balance sheet, particularly in the owner's equity section. Ito yon. So, when you add total liabilities plus total equity, that gives you 3,540,000. Of course, equal dapat yan sa iyong total asset na also 3,540,000. Ayan. So, that's it. That's the steps, no, in preparing worksheet. Ayan, to summarize, okay, you need to have the unadjusted trial balance. Ayan, you have to prepare unadjusted trial balance. Ayan. After which, okay, pagkalagay mo dito, okay, you do or you prepare adjusting entries based on the information for adjustments. And you prepare adjusting entries. After preparing adjusting entries, ita-transfer mo yung mga adjustments na yon or yung adjusting entries sa adjustment column ng worksheet. Dito, transfer mo siya. Okay? So, if an account, okay, has a credit adjustment based sa iyong adjusting entry, then i-credit mo siya. Pag naka-debit naman siya sa iyong adjusting entry, edi debit mo rin siya dito sa adjusting or adjustment column. Okay, ayan. So, huwag kalimutan lagyan ng letter. Okay, so these letters, no? Ito yung mga letters niya when you prepared the adjusting entries. Ayan. Again, for checking purposes or para ma-check mo kung tama ba yung pag-transfer mo ng adjustments and also for cross-referencing. Ayan. And also, in doing adjusting entries, okay, when you transfer, pag hindi mo nakita si account title from the adjusting entries that you prepared in the unadjusted trial balance, pag hindi mo siya nakita si account title dito, you just have to add, no, the account title or the said account title sa baba ng last account sa iyong unadjusted trial balance. So, add ka lang dito. And then, you plot the adjustments here. Ayan. So, for step 3, okay, pag tapos ka na mag-transfer ng mga adjustments, ayan, you combine the unadjusted trial balance with the adjustments. Okay, the combination of the two, dito na yan magre-reflect sa iyong or dito mo yan ilalagay sa iyong adjusted trial balance na column. Ayan. So, pag may the normal debit balance sa iyong unadjusted trial balance, for example, yung mga assets mo, pag sa adjustments may debit o pag may debit adjustment yon, so it means addition to the account. Pag may credit adjustment naman siya, tapos asset, meaning may or indicates deduction to the account. Okay? And the same goes with your liabilities and your equity and also the income statement account, your revenue and your expenses. Again, for revenue, revenue has a normal credit balance. Okay? Pag may credit adjustment yan, therefore, it indicates addition. Pag may debit adjustment naman si revenue, It indicates deduction to the account. Combined mo, transfer mo siya sa iyong adjusted trial balance. Ayan. As well as your expenses. Ayan. Transfer mo or combine mo, then transfer to the adjusted trial balance. Pag meron ka ng adjusted trial balance, eto, if you already have this one, okay, you have to check muna before transferring the accounts no in the adjusted trial balance to either income statement or balance sheet. You have to check muna if the debits and the credits sa iyong unadjusted trial balance is equal sa iyong adjustments, equal ba si debit and si credit? Sa iyong adjusted trial balance, kung equal ba si debit at saka si credit. Pag equal naman siya, meaning correct yung pag-transfer mo ng mga amounts. So, after that, okay, pag na-check mo na equal si debit at saka si credit, okay, up until the adjusted trial balance, then you can now transfer, okay, the accounts, no, and the amounts to the appropriate statement, financial statement. Yan. So, lahat ng mga dapat nasa balance sheet, sino-sino yon? Si asset, liabilities, and equity. Okay? At si revenue and expenses should be nasa or transferred to the income statement portion. After which, yan, you put the debit and the credit balance of your income statement as well as your balance sheet. Ayan. So, in your income statement, pag mas malaki si credit kesa sa debit, it indicates profit. So, you get the difference. Okay, the difference, lagay mo siya dito sa ibaba ng balance ng debit mo sa income statement. So, ilagay mo siya dito. In this case, yung 430, nilagay natin dito. Tapos you add, okay, dapat after mo in-add, equal na silang dalawa. Of course. Kasi that's just the difference naman between the two. Kaya pag in-add mo siya dito sa mas maliit, of course, magiging equal yan. Okay? So to check kung tama ba talaga, okay, the difference, i-add mo siya since mas malaki si credit kaysa sa debit, tapos in-add natin siya sa debit sa income statement, yung difference na ito, i-add din natin siya sa credit sa iyong balance sheet. Pag in-add mo silang dalawa, okay, the resulting credit of the balance sheet, okay, should equal the balance of the debit. So in this case, equal naman. So pasabot, tama sila. Ayan. So, after that, okay, you can now prepare your financial statements. Ito. So, statement of comprehensive income and the net profit, okay, will be added to the in computing the ending balance of your capital. Okay, this is the statement of changes in equity and the ending balance of the capital in the statement of changes in equity. Okay, ito naman yung magiging balance ng ating capital na magre-reflect sa equity portion ng ating balance sheet. Ayan. So, that's it. That's the discussion for the steps in preparing the worksheet and as well as the corresponding financial statement. Peace.